Hey, Jill, are you there? I just wanted to know about your fiancé. Is he okay? Are you really sure that that's the man you want to marry? Because I happened to see him in his work clothes and he looks just horrible. He looked so disgusting and nasty like that I couldn't even say a word to him. I just ran right in the other direction instead. But I was like, wow, is that actually the guy who Jill is going to marry? I just really couldn't believe my eyes at all when I saw that was him. It really blew me away, to be honest. Hey, Maria, I guess that means that you were just over at my house not that long ago? I'm really sorry that we didn't notice that you were nearby at all, and I guess I'm sorry that you felt like it wasn't a good time to try and talk to either of us. But it's okay, you don't have to worry about anything. And yes, that might have been my fiancé, so thanks for noticing. Noticing? No. I think that you aren't understanding what I'm trying to say. Are you seriously going to marry that guy? Because to be honest with you, the thought of him joining the family just makes me sick. That's why I didn't bother to say anything. I didn't even want to be caught talking to a guy that looked like that. Do you understand me? I'm sorry. I'm really not sure that I'm following along with what you're trying to get at here. If you were saying that you saw me with a guy who was wearing kind of dirty work clothes, then yeah, that was most likely my husband. Although I really hope that you weren't just avoiding talking to us because he was in his work clothes. With the kind of work he does, he just gets his hands dirty. But what does that have to do with him joining our family? Oh, come on. You're not seriously going to marry that guy though, right? You get that if you two get married, then he's going to be a part of our family, right? And I just mean, do you really want our family to be associated with kind of greasy, dirty factory worker? I just think that you're really missing the big picture with all of this, you know? Wait a second. I think that I'm still not quite following. You think that my husband is an employee at some factory somewhere? Because if you really want to know, he does a really important job that has a lot of value, really. And besides, important job or not, I really don't think that it's fair to judge someone just because they work with their hands or in a factory. Well, that just goes to show how little you know about these kinds of things. Of course we should judge these kinds of people. Don't you know that guys like him don't have a single ounce of brains in their heads? You really should not get with that guy. He's going to cause nothing but trouble for you and this family. Don't you see that? Now hold on just one second. I really don't think that you're in a place to be saying that at all. Besides, I'm actually really, really proud of Eric and all that he does. You do know that not everyone can be an engineer like him, right? I just really don't think that you should be looking down on someone just because you don't like or understand the kind of work that they do. And more than that, the point of it all is that I really do like him. So I would appreciate if you could keep opinions like that to yourself. Man, you really just don't know how people work at all, do you? And just who do you think you are to get so high and mighty on me, huh? It's not like I don't understand the feelings you have of wanting to defend your fiancé and all, but I just hope you can recognize that I'm saying all of this for your own benefit as well. So let me tell you again, right now, that marrying a dirty little grease monkey like him is not going to be good for you or the family at all, okay? Honestly, just give it a rest already, would you, Maria? This is really just getting ridiculous at this point. At the end of the day, I am going to marry whoever it is that I want to marry. Do you get that? I really appreciate that you think that you're looking out for me, but this is really none of your business, okay? Oh, I get it now. You're one of those people who thinks that they fall in love and then just lose sight of everything else around them. That's what's going on here, isn't it? But this just goes to show how little you actually know. I'll warn you now that if you marry that Eric guy, that we are never, ever going to talk to you again. We? And how do you mean by we? Who is this we that cares at all about who it is that I choose to marry? Besides, the only other person I can assume that you're including in that would be my brother. Is that who you're talking about? That's right. Of course I'm talking about your brother and I. You should know that your brother is just as against this marriage of yours as I am. Did you really think that he would support you in something like this anyways? You do know that your brother works for a huge company and has a great job, right? He's been working all his life and climbing up the corporate ladder like his life depended on it. So I hope you didn't actually think that he was ever going to be okay with you getting together with some horrible little factory worker like Eric. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It wouldn't work at all. I know that my brother works really hard, and I really respect all that he's been able to achieve with his life. And of course I know that he's worked hard to get to where he's at, but I don't think that determines the value of the person themselves. And more than anything, I don't think it matters where you are in life or how much you've been able to accomplish. I still don't think that it's okay to look down on one another. Oh, yeah, sure, whatever you say. Of course, someone like you would think that, wouldn't you? But I guess I can see that it's pointless to try and even have this conversation with you. But anyways, now that I've said all I've had to say on the matter of your fiancé, I guess I'm satisfied at trying to do my part for you. Right, well, I just hope that you're not so opposed to the two of us getting married that you'd miss our wedding. After all, we still really want to see you there. It would really mean a lot to us both. Oh, don't worry, of course your brother and I will be there. I mean, we are family after all. We basically have to be at the wedding, or else then people would really start to ask some questions, wouldn't they? But of course, you should know that if you really are going to go through with marrying this lowly little factory worker, that we're not going to be holding back our criticism of the marriage the entire time. I see. Well, I suppose that I won't be able to control what either of you say about the two of us getting married, but it is going to happen all the same. But I really am trying to tell you now that my fiancé isn't the kind of factory worker that you think he is. I really think that you would do well to get to know him just a little better. Oh my gosh, why even bring something like this up again after we've just gone and said everything? I have told you that I already know the truth about him. If you're embarrassed to be marrying a guy like that, I can't blame you, but don't lie about it. But don't you worry. I just want to let you know that I still haven't given up hope that before the actual day of the wedding, that you'll come to your senses and break off this whole silly thing. And I'm telling you that this is just not going to happen. I really am trying to just clear up what is an obvious misunderstanding that we've been having. But I'm glad to hear that you'll be at our wedding at least, so keep your eye out for the wedding invitations.
Hello, Jill, are you there? I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about something. You see, I heard from Maria that you were going to be marrying some kind of factory worker or something. I really don't want to get into a fight about this, but I just had a long conversation about this with my daughter. I really do think it's best if you just call this whole thing off.
I'm sorry, but you are Maria's father, aren't you? I have your name as Jeremy in my phone. I think it's been quite some time since the two of us last spoke to each other. Although, if I can be frank with you, I really don't think that who I marry is any of your business at all.
What in the world are you talking about? Do you really think that's true? This wedding concerns my daughter, and that means that it is, in fact, very much my business.
I see. Well, I've heard a bit about you from Maria herself. You're some kind of a politician, right? Is that what this is about then? You're concerned about protecting your image or something, and you don't want a factory worker in the family?
More than that, I'm a father who cares about his daughter's reputation. And besides, just why is a girl like you marrying someone like this Eric fellow to begin with? I just really thought you would have better taste in men. Don't you think someone like him is quite a ways below you?
I don't really see why I should be having this conversation with the father of my brother's wife. But if I love someone and they love me, then why shouldn't we get married? And besides, I think you should know that your daughter is very mistaken about this. I've tried to correct her, but she just wouldn't listen. So maybe you will listen to me when I tell you that my fiancé Eric is not just some factory worker or anything like that.
I don't know about any of that, but my daughter says that she saw him in a set of dirty work clothes. And so all I'm saying is, if the shoe fits, there really shouldn't be much a debate over it. Please, think about your other relatives. Think about the family that you're connected through by marriage. I mean, you know that I won't be able to let you get away with this, right?
What do families completely separate from my own have to do with my decision about who I should marry? I mean, again, you were the father of my brother's wife. I think that you're really overstepping your bounds telling me who I can marry. I'm going to marry whoever I want, and I won't be letting people boss me around on the subject.
If you're really going to be acting this way, then I'm going to have to repeat myself once more, okay? If this has to do with my daughter, then it has to do with me, okay? And since she is your sister-in-law, whoever it is you choose to marry is going to have consequences for her, just like it is for everyone around you. I mean, you do realize that that means Maria's children and eventually going to have to call that lowlife that you want to marry their uncle, don't you? And if it got out to the press about who was actually in my family after the two of you get married, well, surely you can see the kind of trouble that might make for me.
I really don't think that it has anything to do with you or Maria. I can't even see how this marriage could possibly have any effect on your image. I think that you might have just a slightly overinflated sense of importance.
Jill, please, I know that you can be more reasonable than this. I mean, you said so yourself. You already know that I'm a politician, don't you? And you know that means my entire career is based all around the way I'm perceived by the public, right? My public image creates trust with the people I'm elected to serve, and their judgment on me carries a lot of weight, especially around voting season. So I can't have nasty rumors being started about me that can be tied back to less than savory people who happen to be part of my family through no choice of my own.
I see. So basically what you're saying to me is that I shouldn't be getting married to the man that I love more than anything? And the reason for that is because you think it might not be convenient for you at the voting booth? I'm sorry, but I just don't buy into that kind of cold, heartless calculus.
I really don't get what you're not understanding about what I'm trying to tell you here. But in my world, who you get married to is very, very important, okay? But then again, maybe I'm misreading the situation. I thought that you were marrying so far beneath you. But if you're marrying a lowlife like this Eric guy, then maybe that's just a reflection of who you are.
Excuse me? And just what in the world is that supposed to mean, huh? That is such a rude thing to say to someone.
Hey now, it isn't my fault if you hate hearing what other people are going to have to say about your marriage. But if you're going to marry this guy, then I think you'd better start getting used to it. Either that, or you could wake up from this ridiculous fantasy world that you've been living in and do me the favor of kicking this guy to the curb. I mean, I think I know how I can make this work. How about you just name a price and I'll deliver it? It'll be no questions asked, just as simple as that. Does that sound good to you?
Hold on just a second. Are you trying to bribe me into canceling my engagement with my fiancé?
I mean, yeah, pretty much. But come on, you and I both know that money is what makes this world go spinning around, right? Besides, what's the big deal? Sure, you'll lose this guy who you say you love or whatever, but you have to think about all that you'll have to gain. Besides, you're still young and there are plenty of other men out there. I'm sure that you'll be able to find someone new and much more well off than this Eric guy. And if you've already put some money down on engagement plans, then I'll be sure to comp you for those too. So come on, just name a price and let's get this whole thing sorted so that we both can move on with our lives, happy about what we've done.
This is just sick. I really have half a mind to throw up. I mean, what in the world would make you think that this is an okay way to act? You think that just because you're some politician that everyone needs to bend their will to whatever it is you want? Or is this how all of you work?
If you think this is the first time that I'm hearing some young punk who knows nothing about the real world try to tell me about what I do every day, you're very wrong. And besides, this isn't just about politics. This is how the real world works. I pay you whatever you want. You take the money and do what I say, and then we're both happy. I don't see how this isn't a win-win for everyone, you know? Besides, you're not going to turn down a blank check, right? You know, in all my days, I've never once had someone turn down an offer like that.
Well then, I guess there really is a first time for everything. Allow me to be the first to say that I don't want your money, I won't be stopping my wedding, and nothing you say is going to change my mind.
I see. Well then, that really is most unfortunate. But I just want to let you know that the choice that you've made here today is going to have serious consequences for you in the future, all right? And don't come crying to me when you realize just how badly you screwed up in your own life. I'm giving you a chance to see things right before it's too late, but I won't offer this again. But at least I should be able to sleep soundly knowing that we're quite a distance apart in terms of our actual relationship to each other, so this shouldn't be too painful for me.
Look, I get that you and people in your crowd might look down on the kind of people who work in factories and make the things that we use every day. But then who are you to judge those people while not caring at all that your daughter is just a housewife who doesn't contribute anything to society? Why don't you hold your own daughter to the same high standards of employment that you're holding my fiancé to?
You really don't know about how the world works, do you? It's not just about the job they have. My daughter can be a housewife all she wants because she's a married woman. I don't care if that's what she wants to do with her life, because that's exactly what someone in her position is expected to do. Besides, your brother makes more than enough to take care of them both. But what are you going to do, married to some bottom feeder barely making minimum wage, huh? You think that's going to be easy on either of you? I know that you think that things are going well for you both as they stand now, but it's going to cause serious problems in your future. Let me tell you that much right now.
Well, then I guess it's a good thing that I never had any intention of quitting my job in the first place, isn't it?
Oh, you poor deluded little thing. You just don't get it at all. You do know what Maria and your brother are doing this weekend, don't you? They're getting to spend time together at an amazing hot springs resort. And do you want to know why? It's because your brother is a somebody with a real job who's actually able to take care of his wife. A good husband with a wife who works isn't a good husband. Do you understand? Then again, I suppose you really don't understand at all. If you did understand, then you and I wouldn't be having this conversation in the first place.
Again, none of that has anything to do with me at all. If my brother wants to spend time with his wife in a hot springs resort, then more power to them. You don't see me trying to tell them how to live their lives.
You know, Maria actually told me a rather funny story the other day that I think you might be interested to hear. She was bragging to me about how your brother makes them so much money that they don't even know how to spend it all.
Is this your new plan? You're just going to brag about how much money my brother, not your daughter, mind you, my brother makes? I guess that politicians really are good at trying to twist words to reflect a reality that only they can see. Anyways, if this is all that we're going to be talking about, then I really don't have time for this. I've got a wedding to plan for. Wow, I can't believe that after all this time, you're still just going to ignore all of our warnings and still get married to this total loser. But I just want to know if you liked our gift. We spent a long time thinking about what you might like us to get you. What are you talking about? Is that your idea of a gift? That was totally uncalled for. You just threw raw eggs all over my husband in his tuxedo on our wedding day, no less. What is the matter with you, Maria? Well, that's so much less than you deserve if you ask me. This is what you both deserve. Besides, I thought you've said that your husband always has some kind of mess on his clothes, right? So I think it's only fitting that on the day he has to wear a tux, he does so covered in eggs. You have seriously taken this whole thing way too far. You need to come back here and apologize to us right now. Apologize? Me? And just who in the world should I be apologizing to, huh? Why do you think that someone like me should have to do that for anyone?
You get back here and apologize to Eric right now. Do you have any idea at all what you've done? You know, I knew that you had a few loose screws in the head for a while, but I didn't think that you'd go and do something like this. Well, now I want a divorce from you, Maria. I want to split up with you right now.
Wait, hold on. You want a divorce? I thought I was talking to Jill. Am I actually talking to... Honey? Oh, I don't understand. Is this just Jill pretending? Are you pretending to be your brother right now? Is that what's going on?
No, I was talking to my sister when I saw that you were messaging her. And she saw how angry and upset I was with you and asked if I wouldn't like to talk to you right now. And you really need to get back here right now and apologize to both of these people this instant. Do you understand me?
But I don't understand. Is this real? Mike, am I really talking to you right now? This doesn't make any sense at all. You're not actually upset at me just for throwing a few eggs at that silly-looking groom, right? You know that he's a nobody, right? Why are you so angry?
Honestly, I can't believe that you're going to make me explain this to you. And how many times has my sister tried to explain to you? Eric is not a factory worker. He's not some bottom feeder like you call him. You have no idea what you're talking about at all.
But oh, come on, of course he is. He really is a nobody, just look at him. Don't you remember that I told you that I saw him in his work clothes? He's at the bottom of the food chain.
I know that you saw him like that, but that doesn't mean that that's what his job is. In fact, you know that he doesn't work for the factory. He owns it.
Wait, hold on. I don't know what you mean by that. This doesn't make any sense at all. What do you mean that he owns the factory? Why would the factory owner be dressed up like one of the employees on the ground floor?
It's because he likes to get his hands dirty and work on the site, not just sit up in an office overlooking everyone.
What is that supposed to mean? Why in the world would someone do that? That doesn't make any sense in the slightest.
Of course it does. And he does it because he's a great boss. Not only that, but his whole staff love him for it. And more than anything, it's because he has the experience to be able to do any job in his entire factory as well as manage it.
But come on, surely there's no way that you're actually this upset about it, right? I can just apologize to him and we can clear this whole thing up, can't we? I really don't think that there's any need for you to be getting so worked up about this, Mike. We can solve this. It'll be fine.
I can't believe that you actually think that we'll be able to get out of what you've done. I mean, why would you even do something like that in the first place? I don't care if your dad is a politician. You should have known better than to act like that in the first place. Besides, how could you not have recognized Eric from some of the events that your dad has gone to? Do you know how well connected he is?
Wait a second, Eric. Jill's new husband is really all that well connected? I had no idea at all.
He is huge in a lot of the business circles that your dad was trying to make headway into with his campaign, and now you've gone and blown all that up.
But this doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, how does this have anything to do with my dad? If I did know about this guy, then he would have warned me about him.
Oh, come on, Jill. You think that your dad was going to figure out who you were talking about? Anytime you were talking about Eric to your dad, you only described him as a factory worker. You didn't give any hint at all who it was that Jill was really going to marry. But then again, you only saw the way he dressed and you judged him just for that? Oh man, you've really blown this whole thing up for all of us. Your dad said that he was going to get me connected as well. Now there's a bunch of stuff posted online all about how the daughter of a senator, your father, ruined a wedding.
But it just happened. You mean that someone in the wedding was posting about what happened? Oh, please tell me that it's not gone viral already. And just who did this? I want names. Tell me who's responsible for this and I'll make them pay. They won't get away with this.
It's way too late for that. What is done. And now everyone knows about the egg incident. I would check your phone right now because I am sure that you're getting a bunch of calls from your dad right now.
Okay, well, I'll just apologize. I'll go and find Eric and I'll tell him all about how sorry I am for what I've done. Please, everyone has to know that it was just a friendly little prank, right?
I can't talk to you anymore. I have to deal with a lot right now. Here's my sister back.
It sounds to me like you've caused quite a bit of trouble for everyone, Maria, especially your father. Don't you know that his reputation was all that he had? But what am I going to do? It sounds like my dad is really, really mad at me. I didn't mean for things to go like this. Well, you should have thought about that a long, long time ago. But anyways, I'd get ready if I were you. Ready? Ready for what are you talking about? Well, you don't think that we were just going to let you get away with this, did you? No, you're going to pay for what you've done. But I didn't mean to. It was just a harmless prank. There's no need to take this thing too far. I think you have much more pressing things to worry about than trying to cry your way out of this. Anyways, you'll be hearing from our lawyers soon. After that, Maria tracked Eric and I down as soon as she could. She got on her knees, clasped her hands together, and begged for forgiveness for what she had done. But we weren't one bit interested in her desperate apology. We said we weren't going to lift even a single finger to help her, and that we would let her own actions skewer her on the court of public opinion. Even after all that had happened, Eric and I were still able to get married to each other without any further incident. My brother ended up divorcing Maria after he saw just how horribly she was treating Eric and I. He apologized to us both profusely. Apparently, Jeremy had offered him a political career and anything else he could have wanted. Mike said that he was blinded by his own ambition, and it prevented him from seeing what should have really mattered to him. While we're still working on our relationship with him, Eric and I at least felt that he gave a genuine apology. Mike has been working on improving himself ever since. Meanwhile, Maria's father's political career ground to a halt. First, for the incident that Maria caused, but the added press revealed several cases of bribery that ultimately landed him in deep legal trouble. He ended up tens of thousands of dollars in debt because of his legal troubles and just barely managed to avoid having to serve jail time. Maria, however, was counting on her father to bail her out of any and all trouble when her actions were spread all over the internet. Involved in his own troubles, however, Jeremy had no money or power to be able to provide anything for his daughter. Now, the two of them have moved in together into a tiny apartment. They both work low-paying menial jobs and barely make enough to make ends meet. I wonder if they even realize they're the kinds of people they used to look down on now. But Eric and I don't like to look down on those less fortunate than us, so when he heard that Maria and her father had been justly punished, we never spoke of them again. Instead, we've been enjoying the married life and each other's company to the fullest.
How long are you going to take? I've been standing here forever waiting for you, Hannah. Haven't you finished getting ready yet? I'm starting to get super impatient.
Look, I'm almost ready, just need a little bit more time. Besides, aren't we right on schedule? What's the big hurry, Eric? I'm just trying to make myself look good.
But I don't get it. Why do women always take so long to get ready? Why is it taking you so long just to change clothes? You're taking your sweet time, Hannah.
Well, the dress I want to wear is very important to me, Eric. I want all the accessories to look gorgeous and match with each other. I'm actually looking forward to the reception the most. I know that I've been very particular when it comes to things, especially the wedding cake, but I'm excited to see it in real life. I bet it'll look great.
Okay. Now that you mention being particular about things, I need to speak to you about something. You know my friend Brody, right? He'll be coming to the reception?
Wait a minute, what did you just say? You invited Brody to the reception? I've not heard anything about him coming. Since when did he get an invite to the reception?
Well, didn't you say to me earlier that one person couldn't make it to the reception today because they suddenly came down with some illness? So I called Brody so that he could fill the space of the guest who won't be there today. He's a friend, and I want him to be there to celebrate.
Did you really do that and not tell me? Didn't I tell you to stop calling Brody and hanging out with him, Eric? I thought I made that very clear to you. That person, he's always been a prankster, and I don't appreciate the jokes he makes. Also, when he drinks, it can get even worse. I can't stand to be around him. Eric, how many times has he come over to the house uninvited, gotten drunk, and also destroyed all of the things we own? Brody is nothing but bad news, babe.
Oh, come on, Hannah. Lighten up a little bit, okay? Don't take what he does to heart so much. It's okay. It'll be fun. He's not going to cause any trouble, so it'll be fine.
There is nothing okay with how he behaves, okay? Also, he always takes inappropriate videos of people's behavior. What's up with that? It's kind of strange.
It's because he's a streamer, Hannah. That's what he does a lot of the time, and he's really good at it. He's gotten quite famous because of it. He's not that inappropriate anyway. Plus, it sounds like there's going to be some sort of surprise for you during the reception, so you can look forward to that happening.
By any chance, is this a surprise from you? Don't tell me it's not from Brody. Eric, don't let him do anything. Stop this. I don't need any surprises at the reception.
Oh, don't be such a spoil sport, Hannah. You need to stop hesitating so much when it comes to what Brody does. He's a funny guy, and of course he means no harm.
I'm not being hesitant. I just know Brody's true self. He gives off bad vibes and you know it. So please, I'm begging you, don't let Brody do anything at all.
Hey, you stop being like this, Hannah. Look, it's almost time for the reception to start, all right? You need to stop going on and on about this and hurry up.
Hey, don't you be like this. I'm warning you. Please, don't let Brody do anything. I really just want him to sit and be quiet throughout the reception, okay?
Hey, what's going on, Hannah? What's gotten into you today? Why have you gotten so upset all of a sudden? You're overreacting a bit, you know.
This is absolutely terrible. Everything has been ruined. Why would you let this happen to me when you're supposed to be my loving and caring husband? When we were just about to cut the cake, I was pushed. The cake's an utter mess because of that. I can't believe what just happened.
Huh? What are you talking about? Don't you think you're exaggerating a little bit, Hannah? So what if you've got a cake face during the ceremony? There's really no need for you to get so angry about it. I think it was a good laugh considering everything was taken so seriously up until that point, huh?
I can't believe you could possibly say something like that to me right now, Eric. I did a lot of research into getting the best cake for the wedding, and it was made so well. The caterers took great care in getting it ready for us, and now my dress... I might have to give up on trying to get it clean since the stains won't come off. My mother was really looking forward to this day for so long. My brother even made an effort to bring his own camera and be the photographer. Don't you realize that he was wanting to make an album for us as a gift? He was taking so many pictures of what happened.
Well, that's great, isn't it? You'll be able to have a picture of that moment. Isn't that fantastic that he was able to do that for us? If you're gonna be so particular about the cake, why not use it to your advantage by making it help you stand out? And about the dress, everyone knows that you made it yourself, so there's no issue in having to return it or removing stains. It'll be like a memory. I don't think the stains will cause any trouble for you, so when you think about it, there are no problems, Hannah. So there's no need to act this way.
Are you kidding me right now, Eric? There is nothing but problems right now, you stupid man. Everything has turned into a mess, and everything's been ruined by me being pushed into the cake.
Look, stop being so aggro over what happened. It was quite funny, and I'm sure the guests found it interesting to watch. You know what, Hannah? I'm really glad I didn't ask about Brody coming today. I'm really glad that I listened to his advice since you really need to relax more. He's gonna make you famous, Hannah. I think he posted a video on his streaming channel. The views are going up super quickly. I can't believe it.
Are you seriously kidding me right now? You're caring about the number of views on a video rather than about your own wife? Don't you realize how much you've stepped in it now, Eric? Do you know how I even feel right now? Do you even care? I can't believe you. Have you gone mad or something? You've done nothing like this since we started dating. I thought you would have grown up a bit by now, Eric. How could I be swept away by a man like you?
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean? You always end up in a bad mood when things like this happen. You can never take a joke, Hannah. You're seriously such a cold-hearted person, and I wish you would lighten up about my different sense of humor. Maybe some alcohol will loosen you up. You really need to cut this mood out. You're such a downer to be around when you're like this. It was just a prank and it was funny, so laugh about it, huh? Come on, it was just a joke that was made by a really good friend of mine. It might not have been the best joke, but it was one all the same. Look, just wash up a little bit more if you want to and come back so we can continue on with the ceremony and have a good time like we're supposed to do on our wedding day.
How long can you sink with this, Eric? You're being so horrible about this and not even acknowledging how I feel. It's such a crappy thing to do to your wife.
Come on, Hannah, lighten up. You need to stop taking things so seriously. I don't care about what you're feeling like at the moment. Just come back and have some fun.
Hey, Matt, are you there? I'm just wondering if you've got your phone on you. Is it all right if we talk? It's quite important. I just need to talk to someone.
Hannah? Oh my God, I was wondering if you were trying to get in touch with one of us. Of course, talk to me. Are you okay?
I am so furious right now, Matt. I'm so angry. I just feel like my head is about to pop off. I can't seem to calm down at all. I just want to scream the roof down on this place.
I will say Mom, Dad, and everyone else were quite surprised when you suddenly jumped into the cake. I don't know, the angle was off, so we weren't sure at first. Then apparently it was an accident, but then you said that Eric pushed you into the cake and that's how it got all over you. How could a groom do that sort of thing to his bride?
It was all that Brody's fault. You know, Eric's so-called friend. How could he have possibly persuaded my own husband to do this to me? I can't believe he went along with this beyond stupid idea. This is the worst and most embarrassing thing that's happened to me in a long time.
I completely agree with you, sister. You're right that they've completely ruined the mood of the whole reception. It wasn't even funny. I was more worried if you'd seriously hurt yourself since he shoved you pretty hard. Also, I'm pretty sure I recognized that Brody from somewhere.
Oh, really? Do you know who he is? Don't tell me he's an acquaintance of yours, is he? I couldn't stand the fact if Eric had introduced you to him or something like that.
Oh no, I haven't been acquainted with him or anything like that, no. I just know he's gotten famous, but not in a good way like most people. He made everyone fall completely silent after you ran out of the venue. We've all gotten this special day set up for you both and could have done without this happening.
I know what you mean. Things were going according to plan until he showed up and made Eric act all crazy. I swear, I can never forgive what they did to me.
Of course, I don't blame you. It's natural to feel that way, especially since they humiliate you, Hannah. We have to make them regret what they did to you.
Yeah, I wish that I could do something like that. I absolutely would love that. I feel like they need to pay for what they did to me. I shouldn't feel like this on such a happy day.
Hey, I've messaged you like a dozen times now, Hannah. How long are you going to keep me waiting? It's been a while since you've gotten changed. What are you doing? Even Brody started to get bored of waiting on you to come back. So he turned around and said that he was going home. I'm getting bored too.
After you both set up that stupid little prank at our reception, you turn around and say those things to my face? Are you kidding me? Do you even know what you did?
Oh my God, really, Hannah? You're still acting like this? It just shows that neither you nor the other attendees today understand this type of humor at all. No matter what way you look at it, it's been a funny moment in our reception, right? As proof of that, the number of views is rising on the video that was uploaded. It's because of Brody. He's made you famous because of that prank we pulled on you. He's an expert who's got a good sense of how viewers will see you.
So in other words, Eric, you've prioritized the reactions of people on the other side of a phone screen rather than your own wife?
Oh, come on, Hannah, stop this. The prank sideshow was fun. Admit it. You should follow in Brody's footsteps. You're so funny. If you did hilarious stuff like this, then maybe I'd actually think of you as my funny wife who's carefree and likes to have fun, okay? So if you're good, come back to the reception. Let's just get back to having some fun, Hannah. I'll be in trouble with Brody if you don't get back here and show me a bit of love and affection.
Are you for real, Eric? You're really such an idiot, and you're not thinking about me or how I feel at all. I've decided to cancel the rest of the wedding.
Wait, what? Well, just hold on there, Hannah. What did you just say? Why would you want to cancel the rest of the wedding?
The only thing you care about now is yourself and that stupid idiot Brody's reaction. Isn't that correct? Did you even notice what looks my family were giving you? Do you have any idea what you've done to me and how you've made me and my family feel? Don't you understand anything?
Yeah, okay, I saw them with their stunned faces. They said something about me needing to protect you, but you still got hurt anyway, or something like that. Oh, your entire family is so hard-headed, Hannah. It's embarrassing. They don't laugh at anything. How can they not think that prank was funny?
Eric, you know the type of dress I was wearing, right? That type of dress was worn in the early 1900s, you moron!
Yeah, so what's that got to do with anything? It's a nice dress. And so what if there are a few stains on it now? You can look back on that memory and laugh.
It's a very historic ball gown that was worn by American aristocrats when they would have a ball at their mansions. The price of it can reach tens of thousands of dollars, Eric.
What the heck, Hannah? That dress is worth tens of thousands of dollars? How is that even possible? Why would a piece of clothing be worth that much?
Well, you were wrong about me making it before. It was passed down to me from my great-grandmother. It was old, and I kept it in good condition. I knew that it needed some repairs, so I paid a bit to get it fixed. And all the effort has gone down the drain, all because of a stupid prank that Brody and you did.
No, come on, Hannah. I had no idea that you were wearing such an expensive dress. I also had no idea that it was passed down through your family. How was I to know if you never told me about it? Why are you wearing such an expensive dress to a reception like this in the first place? It makes no sense.
What's so bad about wearing a dress like this at my wedding that only happens usually once in someone's lifetime, Eric? What makes this so hard for you to understand? It's true that I was trying to be more careful and being a bit more serious about things because I didn't want to get it dirty or anything like that. I had planned to wear it from the time I entered the reception room to when we cut the cake together, and then that little stunt you pulled happened. I wanted to greet everyone and show it off in front of the guests. So I wanted to make a toast, enjoy a couple of drinks with you, and then cut the cake. I wanted to wear it for a little bit, just for a short period of time. What is so wrong with that? I wanted to only wear it for an hour, and it gets ruined during that time?
I didn't even get told about anything like that, Hannah. If I knew about the dress, I would have also been more careful around you. I wouldn't have let anything happen to you.
I thought you knew what I was wearing. That, or you weren't listening to me. I was supposed to be wearing my great-grandmother's dress, and now it's been completely stained. How many times do I have to repeat myself to let you know how bad your judgments were when you shoved me into that cake?
Okay, I get it, all right? You've told me quite a few times now, but I still don't get why you'd wear something so expensive when maybe you might have spilled something on yourself.
The price of what I wore has nothing to do with what you've done to me. Even if I wore a cheaper dress, I'd still be mad at what you did to me. You're the one who thought it was okay to get my dress all stained and dirty, even though I took such good care of it. You used me to satisfy your own desires, which was to completely humiliate me and to show off in front of your stupid friend Brody. Do you really think that prank actually shows how great you are, Eric?
I mean, there's so much that I didn't know about. If you just said those things to me before all of this was supposed to happen, then I would have forced myself into the cake instead.
I know for a fact you wouldn't have done that. You care about your looks way too much to sacrifice your own outfit. I'm going to have you pay for the dress and the wedding. Of course, I'm also breaking up with you because I can't stand to see your smug face anymore. You've gone way too far this time, Eric. I don't want to have anything to do with you ever again.
Wait a minute, Hannah. Don't do this to me. Don't you think you're overreacting a little bit to this? This is too much, okay? It was just a silly joke. Can you at least admit that this was kind of also your fault, too? You didn't speak up about the details of your dress.
People who mess up on a special day and say surprise when it's obviously some prank that's being pulled should be living on a different planet.
Okay, please, just stop this. That's enough. You know I've had enough of you, too. I'm leaving. I can't stand being around here any longer. This wedding is finally over, and this is also your fault, too. Don't put all the blame on me. You need to go and put your head in an ice bucket to calm down. You're such a cold-hearted person, Hannah. Hey, what's going on here? What on earth are you planning on doing, Hannah? You're so sneaky and conniving. I can't believe you'd do something like this to me.
Well, there was no way that I was going to let you and the other people who ruined my wedding day get away with what they did, okay? You need to pay.
You're such a coward. How dare you do this to me? Stop scheming everyone into believing your side of the story. I know you're trying to surround yourself with relatives. I can't believe that I've been locked up in some waiting room. My parents aren't listening to me or taking my side in this. They've turned against me. And also, on top of me being locked up, Brody's been locked up as well. Why would you do something like this to him when he was only making a joke?
It wasn't a very funny joke, Eric, and I don't know how many times I have to repeat that. Of course, your parents have apologized to me many times already for this. They know what happened was wrong. You know, I probably should be talking to you face to face about this, but I really don't feel like it right now. I guess I'll just say a few things in this message so I can get my point across. Also, I mean to tell you, my cousins who are guarding the door are professional boxers. Can you imagine what would happen to you if you tried to force yourself out of the room? It really wouldn't end well for you now, would it?
Why are you doing this to me? Everyone makes mistakes, Hannah. And it's a shame your dress got ruined, but it was just an honest mistake. We're going to become a proper married couple now, so if we're already stumbling through things we have to work through, I can't predict what's to come in our future.
I already told you what's happening, Eric. We're not getting married, not after what happened earlier today. I have had enough of your immaturity. I've listened to enough of your crap, especially about your idiot friend Brody. I told you he was never invited, and it was wrong of you to invite such an immature person. Don't you understand that I was supposed to be your wife and that you're supposed to support me and be by my side, Eric? Do you realize that at all? What's wrong with your brain, Eric? Why aren't you using it properly? Was doing the prank more important than getting married today?
Crap, Hannah. Why do you overreact like this? I just wanted to make you laugh on our special day because you were being so serious.
On top of this, my dress was completely ruined by the cake. My great-grandmother cherished that dress until the day she passed away. That dress, she wore it when she danced with a man that she liked at one of the balls she attended when she was younger. Don't you think that's so romantic, Eric?
Yeah, I guess it's romantic. I don't know. I never really knew that about your great-grandmother because I didn't know about the dress.
However, in those days, they decided on a different matchmaking partner. She never got to be with the person she loved. This was the only dress she left me. I guess no one really had a lot of experience wearing this dress, so it's horrible that it didn't get to shine like it was supposed to today.
Okay, I get it. But what's this got to do with anything when all I want is to be let out of this room? Can't you tell your cousins to back off?
Look, that's why I wanted to wear such a nice gown today. Because I wanted to be happy and be in a loving and happy space. You know, I didn't think something like this would happen. This dress just feels like a curse to wear now, since it'll tear any relationship between a man and a woman up. Everything has fallen apart when someone wears this dress.
Oh my God. Now that you say that, yes, that's so true. It's all because of that curse on the dress. That's why we're in this situation right now, Hannah. It was technically your fault now that I think about it. You really did make the wrong choice in wearing that really unlucky dress, Hannah.
Oh, shut up, Eric. Are you that stupid to actually believe that the dress is really cursed? It was just something I made up. I'm not going to blame myself for getting the dress ruined. Is this your way of trying to feel less guilty for what you did? Is that even possible? You're now making my family, the descendants of nobility, your enemy.
Well, even though they were once aristocrats, they aren't anymore, are they, Hannah? They're no different from ordinary people, okay? Your family are just ordinary people with super boring lives. All you are is an office lady that has the same boring routine day after day. What's so scary about that?
Well, I guess you're correct in saying that my family are just like ordinary people, yes. However, one of my relatives is the president of a major corporation. Didn't you notice that? I heard that my relative's company is trying to invest in the company that you work at, Eric. Maybe they were seeking to form a good work-based partnership.
Excuse me? What did you just say? There's someone in your family who's a CEO? I had no idea about that. I hadn't heard a word about it.
Well, it's because I didn't talk about my relatives before I wanted to get married to you. But since they're quite famous, I thought you could tell just by looking at them. Do you seriously not know who I'm talking about, Eric? They're a pretty notable figure in the business industry. It's hard not to know them.
What the heck are you on about, Hannah? Why did you never mention this person in your family in the first place?
He was once a former member of many well-known associations and was also a conglomerate as well. Even after it was disbanded, he still had a major stronghold in the company.
What the heck? Are you kidding me right now? Why was I not told about this guy? You could have been my ticket into bigger and better things.
Well, even if I don't say anything about what happened today, I'm sure that he will since he holds so much power in the business industry. You know, he might turn around and say something like, I can't trust your company to hire this type of employee. No pranksters allowed.
No, please, stop this. That's not funny, Hannah. There's one thing I take seriously, it's my job. Look, I can't stand it when someone criticizes me about things I do outside of work. Hey, I understand what I did was wrong, okay? I understand that the dress means a lot to you and that you value it a lot. I've got flaws too, and that prank went too far. I know that now. So please just think about how this will look for me and just take what happened with a grain of salt, okay? This really is my bad.
I can't just take this lightly, Eric. That's why I'm going out of my way to convey my feelings in this way and also make you pay for what happened to me today. Look, if you just agree to the terms that I give you, we won't tell your company what's happened and that it was an honest mistake.
Terms? You're not going to make me sign some sort of contract or something, are you? What on earth are you talking about, Hannah?
To make this whole thing go away, you need to cut ties with Brody forever. You're not to have any contact with him ever again. Then you convince him to apologize to me.
Are you seriously kidding me? There's absolutely no way that's going to happen, Hannah. It's impossible. He'll never agree to that. We're friends, and he's not good at saying sorry.
What did you just say to me? How can you not do that after everything he's done to me today? He owes me an apology, and he's a terrible influence on you.
Brody is just a very different person, and he doesn't have the same sort of point of view as you, Hannah. He's a famous video streamer, all right? He's the kind of person who likes to attract a lot of people's attention, whether that be in a good or bad way. He just doesn't apologize to ordinary people like you and me.
What's that supposed to mean? Is that how he rolls in life? I literally have no idea what that means at all. How can you not apologize to people when you do something wrong? Does this stupid idiot think he's God or something? Does he think he can get away with anything and everything all at the same time? This is despicable.
It's because he's a star, Hannah. Of course he's going to be unapologetic. There aren't many celebrities who don't act this way. It's how the industry works. What don't you understand?
That. I don't understand how people like him get away with these pranks that actually physically and mentally hurt people. He's like us, a human being, an ordinary person. I just watched a video on his channel. It doesn't impress me what he does. It's so stupid, and not many people in the videos find it funny. What kind of star is he? He gets on everyone's nerves, makes them angry, and harasses them. How can he just film these things and laugh about it? It's extremely vulgar.
This is what he's trying to film. Ordinary people just getting pranked so that people have something to laugh about. It's not a difficult concept to understand, Hannah.
I don't get it. Wouldn't you be worried about what people would think of you if you were in that situation? Can we just clear this whole mess up and do this?
But how are we supposed to clear this up when it all was a prank that people will likely forget about by tomorrow? Nothing will change, okay? So how is this gonna happen?
You'll know soon enough, Eric. I guess I've got no choice but to try and make you understand what needs to happen now.
Hey, Hannah, what am I supposed to do now? What do you think you're up to? You need to help me out here. Come on, don't be like this.
Be like what? Eric, I can't really do anything about what's happening. You just need to understand the consequences of your actions.
This isn't funny, Hannah, and you know that. You need to cut this out right now. Don't be so stupid. What did you do?
What the heck are you on about, Eric? All I did was release the video that my brother Matt took to the entire world. You know that in Brody's video of what happened today, he edited it and posted it on his channel to make it look like a huge prank when in fact it wasn't really. I just told the viewers that what actually happened to me was tragic and the worst thing that I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Well, you shouldn't have done that because now there's a huge uproar on the internet, and it's all because of you.
Oh, really? You think that it was all because of me? This wouldn't have happened if no one had pushed me into my own cake. What do you think has caused this blow-up, huh? Have you not offended a president of a large corporation before, Eric? Don't you know you ruined my dress that had huge historical and monetary value? Or are you just mad about how the truth has come out about it since Matt was the one who posted his world-famous photos of you shoving me?
I'm mad about all of it, Hannah. This could ruin me, don't you get that? Now it looks like I savagely did that to you rather than pranking you. It's all coming out now.
You know, it's become a hot topic not only in the United States, but all over the world. Isn't this great? You know, Brody seems to be really popular with teens these days. This time we're able to get so many points of view from people of different age groups and from different countries. This is great fun. This whole thing was all just an unveiling party for the video streamer that you love more than your own wife. You deserve everything you get, Eric.
No, I don't. Don't talk to me like that. I do love you. Stop saying crappy things about Brody. You need to delete what you uploaded immediately. I mean it. Take it down.
No, I'm not taking it down. Not after what you and Brody did to me. You're going to feel the wrath of not just me and my family, but the entire world now, and you deserve it. Don't you ever think about talking to me ever again. Don't contact me, and if you want to handle things, I'll see you in court. You're going down, and I hope you drag Brody with you. There's no sign of the viral video subsiding for a while, and it's even been featured on the local news. Although Brody posted an apology video, he was fired by his agency. He was forced to move out of his house and was harassed by many people. His fans were starting to walk away from him, and no one was on his side about this. Apparently, he can no longer show his face in public or walk outside without any hate thrown at him. Eric, who was also exposed to the entire world, lost his job and was disowned by his parents. He kept asking Hannah to get back together with her, so she reported him and got a restraining order put on him. She also blocked his number, and she doesn't know what happened to him after that. He must be living a miserable life in a dark place.
Hey there, Janet. How have you been? I was just wondering about how all your big move is going. Is it going well? Have you already started in earnest? If you need me to help you with anything at all, just let me know, okay? I'm more than happy to give you a hand with all the moving, since I'm sure it's just a huge hassle for you all right now. Oh, hi, Miranda. I think you might just be a little confused about the move. You see, we actually just moved into this new house not that long ago, so we're actually not planning to move anytime soon. We practically just moved in and are going to stay here for a while. What in the world are you talking about, Janet? Are you sure about that? I think that you might be the one who is just a bit confused. After all, your brother and I are going to be moving into that house to live with your mom, so I don't really think that there's going to be room for you to stay there after we've moved in. So anyways, maybe better that we just stay out of each other's way. So if you wouldn't mind packing up all your stuff and going, then that would be really great. Thank you. Excuse me? You can't be serious about that. You're actually telling me to move out of the house that I just told you we just moved into? I know that you said that, but I've already made up my mind about all of us moving in there instead. So you really will just have to go. And don't worry if you don't have enough time to move everything out of the house. If you aren't able to pack up all your stuff and take it with you, I'll just throw it away, whatever it is that I don't want. No, hold on just 1 second. This isn't making any sense at all. You can actually be serious about this, right? This is just ridiculous. Look, Janet, I'm not going to explain to myself to you again. Do you understand me? No, I want you out of the house and ready for us to move. So just get out already, you no good little parasite. Miranda, just what the heck do you think you're doing, huh? Explain yourself right now. This is just unacceptable. What are you talking about? What's gotten you so worked up like this, Janet? I'm sure that I have no idea at all what you could be so upset about right now. But you know that getting mad is just going to give you more wrinkles, right? But then again, maybe that won't actually make such a big difference on a face like yours. Don't you play stupid with me, Miranda. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I just got back from my business trip to find out that you threw out all of my things. How could you do that? What in the world were you thinking? What do you mean? I don't really get why you're so upset about what I did when all it was taking out the trash. It's not really that big of a deal. And besides, I thought I told you that I wanted you out of the house so that we could move in and take your place. I warned you, and yet you still thought it was a good idea to leave all your things there in the house. But don't worry. Like I said, I was kind enough to do you the favor of taking out your trash. I really can't believe that you could do this. I mean, what makes you think that you're going to get away with this? You know that the house is under my name, don't you? I saved up for 10 years to buy the house. I pinched and saved every penny until I had the $3,000 I needed to buy the house. I worked so hard to make this house a reality, and you think that you can just throw me out of it like I was nothing? You think I care about your little sob story? So you saved up some money and bought a house. Who cares? Do you think that makes you special or something? Either way, you are going to give that house to me, and there's nothing that you can do about it. Do you understand me? No, I don't understand because you're not making any sense at all. Why do you think that you can just take this house from me? I bought it with my own money that I worked hard and saved up. You haven't given me one reason why I should have to give you my house, Miranda. I really don't care about what you have to say for yourself. If you saved up $300,000 across 10 years, then all I can say is thanks for saving me the effort. But the thing is that your mom said she wanted to live with your brother and I. And that's why we're throwing you out and moving in to take your place. Okay, you know what? Fine. If this is how you want to do things, you can take care of my mom. Oh, great. Thank you so much for making this so easy. I really thought you were going to put up a bigger fight. Chris, you have got some serious explaining to do. Honestly, just what in the world do you think you're doing, huh?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you talking about? Why are you coming after me all of a sudden? I didn't even do anything.
What do you mean you didn't even do anything? How can you say that when your wife Miranda threw out all my belongings in my house? She said that you two are going to throw me out of my house and take care of mom in my place. I want to know just what the heck is going on. Did you know about this?
I don't know really why you're coming to bother me about this if you already know the whole story. You basically got it all. So what more do you want from me?
Are you kidding me? You're seriously telling me that you know about this and you're just letting Miranda act the way that she is?
Look, Janet, I think that you need a wake-up call. The fact of the matter is, I left the house when I was quite young, and now I'm already married and trying to start a family. Meanwhile, what have you done with your life? You've been living off your mom your whole life while you save up money to spend on whatever you like. You have no idea what it means to work for a living, and you're nothing but a parasite on our mom and our family. It's obvious that you're just trying to take advantage of our poor old mom, and that's why we're going to move in and save her.
You really think that I'm a parasite? Is that really actually what you think is going on between mom and I? Is that how you've been thinking I've been living all these years?
Of course I'm serious. I wouldn't have typed all of that if I wasn't serious about what I was saying. Janet, You're a parasite on this family, and the only reason you've gotten away with it for this long is because I got married. But now I'm going to fix all of that by taking care of Mom instead of you. I don't care where you go, but there isn't a place for you at home any longer. So consider yourself exterminate, parasite. No, be gone and never ever come back here again. Do you understand me?
Do you have any idea just how much hard work I've had to do since you left home, Chris?
I don't care what kind of nasty thing you have to say about me. At least I can say that I was never a parasite on my family, unlike you. But now that we're going to take over your house, things are going to get so much easier, and it's obvious that you're just mad because you've had it easy for this long.
You really actually think that I've had it easy the entire time since you moved out of the house? You were the one who bumped all of the responsibility of taking care of Mom onto me. And that's rich of you to say that you left the house early and got married, and that's why you didn't have the life that I did. Let's not forget that you've really barely been married at all. You have no idea what you put me through, and you have no idea what you're talking about when it comes to what I went through while living with Mom.
You know, sis, it's exactly this attitude that keeps you from ever being able to marry anyone. Nobody likes a person who can't accept responsibility for their actions.
Hello there, Miranda. I was just wondering how you all are getting along in the house that I bought for with my own money. You know, the house that you threw me out of but that I still own. The one with my name on the deed. I was just wondering about that house. Anyways, if you were all actually going to be living there, then I suppose that I should send along the paperwork to change the proper ownership, right? Janet, we were all just talking about you. Yes, we are really loving this house. It's the perfect size and we are just so pleased to be able to live here. Great. I'm so happy that you and my brother and my mom are all enjoying your lives in the house that you stole from me. And I take it that none of you feel any guilt whatsoever about what you've done to me. What do you mean steal? How could we have stolen anything from you when your mom gave us permission for this? Your mom was the one who gave us the green light for all of this. So I guess now at least you finally can realize how little you're actually loved. But then again, the whole reason why you bought this house in the first place was so that you could give your mom a new place to live, isn't that right? So when you think about it, there's actually no reason to get so upset about us taking the house when you never really even bought it for yourself to begin with. And so not even my mom has said anything about what you and Chris have done to me? No. What would she have to say except about how happy she was over the whole situation? I mean, you know that your mom loves your brother way more than she does you, right? She was just telling us about how sad she was when Chris moved out and she was left to take care of the other one. That's actually what she called you. Can you believe that? The other one, huh? Yeah, I must say that it is a pretty mean thing to call your own daughter. Well, if you're upset about it, you should only be upset with yourself. Maybe if you were more lovable as a child, or even now for that matter, then your mom wouldn't feel the way she does about you. Although, if I had bought a house for my mom, and she was still treating this way, I would be so pissed. But you really are just a sucker. I wonder if you even realize that. I see. Well, I guess I'm just so glad that it sounds like you all are getting along so well with my mom over there in my house. And at least now that my brother is back living with her, my mom won't have to worry about taking care of the other one anymore. Isn't that right? I would have thought that she would have wanted all her family around to take care of her. But if my mom wants to play favorites with her children, then I suppose that is her choice. Oh man, you really are such a loser. I mean, do you even know how pathetic and whiny you sound sending messages like that? You really need to get a grip, Janet. Anyways, I'm going to send over the paperwork so that you can take proper ownership of the house, okay? Just sign it when you get it, and that should be that. Hey there, Janet. I just wanted to let you know that I finished signing all of that paperwork that you sent me about changing the proper ownership of the house to us. So I guess that means that this house has officially changed hands from yours to mine, doesn't it? Yes, I suppose that is how it appears. If you sign the paperwork, then the house is legally yours now. And I guess now, thanks to you, I'll finally be able to take it back from you without a second thought. Wait, what? What do you mean? How would you be able to take the house back from us when we just signed the paperwork to make it legally ours? You really must just live in a fantasy world of your own, Miranda. I mean, do you really have no idea how the real world works at all? Because if you thought that you would really be able to get away with this with zero repercussions, then I think it's time for a little wake-up call. I am not going to let you walk all over me anymore. Do you understand me? I have had enough of the insults and the condescension. I am not going to be pulling any punches anymore. You are going to know the pain that you put me through. All of you. Literally, what in the world are you even talking about at this point, Janet? Did you hit your head or something? Or did you just finally snap because you've always been the least favorite child and you're finally realizing that now? Well, you can talk all you want, but the fact of the matter is that we are never going to be giving your house back, and there isn't anything that you can do about it. And that's what you think, but I haven't even gotten started with you all. I saved up my hard-earned money for 10 long years, all because my mom said that she wanted somewhere easier to live. But if she didn't think that I was going to be living in that house with her as well, if she thought she could just replace me with the two of you, then all three of you can get what's coming to you for all that I care. You are seriously crazy. I have no idea what you're talking about at all. Maybe you should just put your phone down and go outside and get some fresh air or something. Because I know for a fact that there isn't a single thing that you're going to be able to do to any of us. In fact, you just sound like a sore loser right now. So why don't you just stop talking to me and save yourself the embarrassment? Janet, are you there? What in the world is going on? I want an explanation for this right now. I know that you had something to do with this. What in the world could you possibly be talking about, Miranda? I'm sure that I have no idea at all about what this message of yours could be in reference to. In fact, I really don't feel like talking to you at all, so could you please just leave me alone? I don't have time for your stupid little games. You know exactly what you did, and I'm not going to stand for it one bit. I want to know what these documents that have been sent to our house are all about. Documents sent to the house? I have some idea of what that could be, but it sounds to me like maybe you didn't do a good job of reading the first batch of documents that I sent you to sign. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I want to know why it is that I'm being charged for the mortgage on the house. Is this some kind of scam or something? You told me that you bought the house and that after I signed those papers, that would make me the legal owner of the house. I really don't know what's so strange about any of what you said. After all, I had to take out a mortgage in order to be able to buy the house in the first place. Wait, what? I don't get it. What do you mean you had to take out a mortgage in order to buy the house that I took from you? I thought you said that you saved up money in order to buy it, didn't you? Come on, Miranda. You don't actually think that I would be able to buy a house like that in just one payment, do you? Did you really not look at the paperwork that you were signing at all? I don't get how you're going to try and blame me when you were the one not reading what you were signing. But, I mean, this doesn't make any sense. Your mom said that you bought the house after saving up for all this time, and that we shouldn't have anything to worry about after we moved in. Did my mom really tell you guys that? I have no idea why she would listen to her when you had the paperwork right in front of you. But this isn't fair. I thought that you had completely paid off the house and that there wouldn't be anything more to pay at all. This isn't fair. I didn't know that I would still be having to pay for this house. You tricked me. You tricked me into paying off the rest of the loan for the house. I really didn't trick you at all, although I certainly didn't correct any of the false presumptions that you were making while you were taking the house from me. And yes, I did save up a bunch of money over the past 10 years, and I did tell you that we'd be okay for a while. But I didn't spend that money all on the house. A lot of the money that I saved up was meant for my mom's medical treatments. You lied to me. You made me think that you saved up all that money and spent it all on a house that I thought you now owned. Well, you better pay us what we owe on the house right now. After all, you did this all for your mother, right? So if you want to make sure that she's taken care of, then you better pay us right now. Yeah, that just isn't going to happen. I'm not going to give you or my mom another penny. I worked hard and saved up to try and do something for my mom. I thought that I was being a good daughter, and look where it got me. If you think that I'm going to pay for you all to keep living in the house that you stole from me while you all continue to disrespect me, well, I'm afraid that you all are just going to have to figure out how to survive on your own. Although, I guess that I do have to thank you all for finally waking me up to the kind of family that I've been living with this whole time. What is that supposed to mean? What do you mean that we woke up to the kind of family that you've been living with this whole time? What do you mean by that? I don't understand what you meant by that statement. Explain yourself to me about what you said in that last message that you sent to me right now. I'm talking about the fact that my whole life I felt like I was the other one in my family, and now you finally confirmed my fears. But you know what? I'm not going to be a proper part of the family. Then why should I give you another cent? I've had my fill of trying to please people who only look down on me. I thought that as a daughter it was my duty to take care of my mother as she got older. I was even scared about what she would do to me if I didn't. But now I can see that this whole time that I was just brainwashed into being so scared and worried. And now that I'm free, all I can say is thanks for finally helping me see the light. Oh my gosh, do you think I care one bit for your little journey of self-discovery? You can save all that nonsense garbage for your therapist. I don't want to hear it. All I know is that you said you had paid for this house when you really hadn't, and now I want you to pay the difference so that we can keep living here. What are you talking about? Why would I pay for a house that's not even mine? It's not my name on the deed, is it? Anyways, you should know that the mortgage on the house is $3,000 a month, so good luck paying all of that. Hold on a second. You are telling me that the mortgage on the house that you once owned, but then I managed to kick you out of? The house that you sent me the paperwork to change ownership that I then signed, making the house mine? You were telling me that that house is a mortgage that requires that I pay $3,000 every single month until the entire home loan is completely paid off? Is that really what you're telling me? That's right. The house that you stole from me just because you thought it was paid off actually isn't paid off, and you are going to have to pay $3,000 a month just to keep living there. But that isn't all that you and my brother are going to have to pay while you're living there. You see, my mom wanted to redecorate parts of the house as well. She wanted new wallpaper in some rooms and a whole bunch of other small changes. I didn't think that I would be able to pay for those kind of things with my salary, but we were talking about using my savings to redecorate the house how my mom wanted it. Except now that I'm not living there anymore, there's no need for me to spend my money on improving that house. But I guess it's a good thing that you and my brother both have jobs. Now this means that you can pay for the house and all the changes that my mom wanted instead of me. Isn't that great? You're crazy if you think you're going to get away with this. You can't just trick me into paying for this house and then disappear. If you think that I'm going to be paying even $1 for this place, you're dead wrong. Janet, are you there? I really don't know what to do at all. It's your mom, though. She totally flipped out at me. She was telling me that I need to drive her to a doctor's appointment that she had. So we got in the car, and I drove her to where I thought she saw her doctor. But then she freaked out at me and told me that I had taken her to the wrong clinic. Then she just started screaming at me in the car and even tried to scratch at me with her nails. I'd never seen anyone act that way before. It was completely crazy. Wait a second. Are you telling me that my mom was violent with you? Hasn't Chris been making sure that she's been taking her medication? Please tell me that one of you knew about my mom's medication and have been making sure that she's been taking it every day. Wait, what? Your mom is taking medicine? I don't know what you're talking about. There was that bottle of pills that I think your mom said she was going to throw out, but we figured that she knew what she was doing with them. You let her throw out her medicine? Miranda, my mom should be taking those pills every single morning. What's the matter with you? It's not my fault. Your mom said that she didn't want to be taking that medicine anymore and she threw it out. How was I supposed to know what that medicine even was? And besides, why would she even be needing to take medicine? I mean, it's not like she has a cold or anything. I don't even know what those pills were for. But anyways, you should have seen the way that your mom was acting towards me in the car. I was really scared that she was going to attack me while I was driving and end up killing us both. As for whatever medicine you're giving your mom, I have no idea what it was, but it's clear that your mom didn't want to be taking it. How could you force medicine on your mother? What's the matter with you? You really are a moron, do you know that? I really don't even know why I'm bothering to talk to you when it's clear that you really just don't understand anything at all. In fact, I'm amazed that you've been able to make it this far in your life. What are you talking about? You can't just say all those horrible things and then not even tell me what you mean by them. I'm not stupid, and I'm not going to sit here and be insulted by you. Oh yes, you really are stupid, and I thought I told you to take care of my mom when I moved out of the house, didn't I? You do realize that my mom is very sick with some severe mental issues, don't you? If you were going to be living there with my mom, then that would mean taking care of her with all of her conditions. Wait, what? What do you mean your mom has mental issues? This is the first that I'm hearing of any of this at all. Are you really telling me that your mom has mental conditions that make her act that way? I guess you were probably just too stupid or lost in your own world to even notice some of the changes that my mom was probably exhibiting since you and Chris moved in there. But yes, she is a very mentally unstable person. Didn't you ever wonder about why it is our dad ran out on us? It's because he didn't want to be there to try and give my mom the support that she needed. And of course, my mom, so sad about losing her husband, turned all of her anger towards her children. It wasn't many years later that Chris would move out, leaving me to do all of the caretaking for my mom. But I mean, this isn't fair. You can't call me stupid for not knowing this. Nobody ever told me that your mom was sick in the head. Chris told me that you were just sitting at home living the easy life with your mom. Well, Chris doesn't know what he's talking about at all. I don't know if he just forgot about what life was like, but I've been taking care of her this entire time. You've really been taking care of your mom with all of her mental issues this whole time? I really had no idea about any of this, and nobody had mentioned any of it at all to me until now. Well, maybe Chris just has a different memory from what him and I went through. After all, like you said, my mom had always shown a strong preference for my brother over me. She was the one who sent him to college and let him move out of the house before I could. Instead, I had to find a job right after high school to be able to start saving up for myself while I was stuck at home since my mom said she wouldn't pay for me to go to school. And of course, Chris never looked back. After he left the house and he hardly ever checked in on me or mom, so maybe he really did just have no idea what was getting the two of you into. You mean that your brother never came home to visit after he moved out? This is the first time that he's seeing his mother in all of this time? That's right. Although you had Chris have only been married for a short time, isn't that right? You know that he left the house about 5 years ago now, right? Chris had always been an unserious person with little care for responsibilities or obligations. And I guess you two were the perfect match in terms of walking right into this house and thinking that taking care of mom was going to be a piece of cake. And now you're telling me that if I don't give your mom her medicine that she's going to freak out and get violent with me? That's right. Anyways, it sounds to me like you and Chris and my mom all have a lot to talk to each other about. So have fun with that. It turns out that the reason Chris wanted to move into the house where I was living was because he himself was already in a lot of debt. In fact, he owed so much money that some of it came from other dubious sources. Not knowing that he would still have to pay off the mortgage of this house, Chris quickly became late in paying off his other debts. I heard through the grapevine that one day a black van showed up in front of the house. Some strong-looking men in tracksuits got out, hauled him into the van, and he was never seen again. But don't worry, I'm sure they just took him somewhere to put him to work to pay off his debts. But that only left Miranda and my mother to live with each other. And without Chris around, Miranda was forced to be the sole caretaker for my mom. But even Miranda couldn't take it, and she went crazy herself. So my brother is in a labor camp somewhere. Both my sister-in-law and my mother are crazy and doing who knows what to take care of themselves. Honestly, I'm just glad to be rid of all of them. I took my savings and moved to a new town without telling any of them, and have been enjoying my freedom ever since. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.